Well, hello there and welcome back into Studio B. My name is Jyoti Bainey, and this is a next level Vinyasa practice that is all about stimulating circulation. So when we are talking about supporting the immune system or the immune functions of the body, one of the primary things that our yoga practice really does for us is stimulate circulation, which helps with things like digestion, with optimal functioning of all of the organs in the body, and just helps to decrease any sort of inflammation. So this practice is really geared towards stimulating circulation. Let's get started on our backs, please, in resting pose. So as we come onto our spines, take the feet about the width of the mat. Let the inner knees fall towards each other. And then a few options for the hands. They could rest on the belly. This is a really nice way to promote some grounding. You could let them just rest alongside the body or even overhead. But for me, often when I start my practice, I just need a little bit of encouragement for the body to really show up. Just a reminder that the body is here, the body is breathing. And this is a really nice way to decompress the low back. And just giving ourselves maybe 2 to 3 more breaths to just recognize that the practice has formally begun. And knowing that we don't have to rush into the practice, we can approach it reverently and slowly. And then let's start to shift into our warm-up sequence on our spine. So open the eyes if they were closed. Wiggle the feet in so they're about hip distance apart. The knees will separate. Hug your right knee in towards your chest and really mean that hug. Give it some intentionality. I'm going to allow my right knee to kind of slide up towards my right armpit, really squeezing the abdominal organs on this right side of the abdomen. And then interlace the hands behind the right thigh or the calf and start to stretch that right leg up towards the ceiling. Allow the knee to really lengthen or lift in the knee joint, the heel to reach up towards the ceiling, and then lift the left leg and reach it forward, hovering just over the mat. You could stay here or lift the head, draw the nose towards the shin, and breathe for 2. Nice soft faces, 1. And then lower left leg down, shoulders and head down. Bring your right hand on the inside of the right leg. Sweep that right leg out to the side. Supta Padangusthasana B, couple breaths there. Trying not to overly fall over to the right, but keeping some grounding in that left side of the body. And then bring it back up to center. Bring both knees in together, inner thighs connected. Supine twist, drop the knees to the left. And just take a few breaths here. So remembering this is really just the warm-up portion of the practice. We are greeting the body. Let's come back up and into center. Let's do that on the second side. So feet coming down, left knee in towards the body. Give it a nice intentional squeeze. Maybe let that left knee slide up towards the armpit. Just allowing any intuitive movement here. And then let's start to stretch up into Supta Padangusthasana A, interlacing the hands behind the thigh, behind the calf. Whew, my hamstrings are feeling a little tight today. That's okay. But I am going to get a little bit more firm in the leg here. So my kneecap is kind of firming up in the knee joint. I'm really reaching that left heel up to the ceiling. And then I'm going to take my right leg and whoop, stretch it forward. Hover, hover, hover. Maybe lift the head, nose towards the shin. No, not holding the breath. Keep breathing. There you go. And then lower the right leg, lower the shoulders, lower the head. Left hand inside that left leg. Sweep it on out. Couple breaths. There's definitely moments of challenge in this practice. So just greeting it slowly, intentionally. Bring back in, inner knees and inner thighs together, and drop to the right, spinal twist. So even when we know we have, what I call a next level practice, a sort of leveling up practice ahead, it doesn't mean we need to come in kind of guns blazing. We can still approach the practice from a place of ease, from a place of softness and gentleness. Knees into center. Rock and roll along the spine a couple of times. Brum, brum. And then cross those ankles, step it on back to downward facing dog. And then let's take a softer dog today. So knees soft, really lift the sit bone, the coccyx up towards the ceiling. And then lift the head, look forward, shift forward about a quarter of the way. Think of kind of screwing the lids on a jar. So we take the palms of the hands and screw that lid on. You'll feel that spiraling action move up the arm. And then push back and lengthen through the outer arm and the upper back. That's your lats really stretching and the outer arm lengthening. I'm going to keep my knees soft today. One more breath here, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then walk your hands back to the feet. Uttanasana at the back of the mat. And let's take a little twist here. Walk the hands to the right. My fingertips come off the mat. I've created a C shape with my spine. And then while I'm here, I'm going to take my left hip and dial it back a little bit to just amplify this stretch along the obliques and the left side of my waist. One more inhale here. And then let's walk it over, reverse that C shape. Hands go to the left off the mat. Feeling that curvature in the spine, that beautiful lateral movement. Take the right hip, dial it back. Feel a little bit more space and open up in the right side of the waist. One more inhale, beautiful breath. Exhale, bring it back into center. Let's take 3 half salutations, a little bit of nuanced and different kind of action here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your arms up to a field goal post position, forearms lifting to the ceiling, and then drop it down, Uttanasana. Circle sweep out and all the way up. Listen carefully, bring the palms together, take them behind the head so you'll notice my thumbs are right in between my shoulder blades. Lift the elbows, stretching the triceps and bend back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together. So that's going to be our half salutation sequence. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, field goal arms. Exhale, drop in. Circle sweep out and up. Palms together behind the head in between the shoulder blades. Lift up and back. Stand up, reach up. And energy to the heart center. Last time, inhale. Exhale and fold. Half lift, field goal post arms. And release. Out and up. Palms together behind the head. Lift those elbows, lengthening the backs of the arms. Reach up. Seal it out. Let's start to add on. Circle sweep those arms. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward to that soft downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your head, look forward, right thumb to left thumb, step the right foot forward, lizard pose, drop the hips, look forward. Let the hips sink, but notice how active my left leg still is. Take a couple breaths here. And then plant that left palm, take your right hand onto your right thigh and start to twist around to the right. Yummy, yummy. You could stay right here or reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Hello, space. And then if you wanted a little bit more, sweep that right arm overhead and act like you're leaning back. Take it almost into a back bend position. One more full breath here. Letting the body take up all its space. Right hand down, step it back, downward facing dog. Nice and soft here, 3 breaths. So you'll notice this sequence that we're moving into is called a ladder sequence, where in every stage we'll add on a pose. And what this is really good for, lift the head, look forward, left thumb to right thumb, step your left foot forward to lizard. What ladder flows are really good for is when we're talking about supporting the immune functions of the body. The part of that is decreasing stress. right? Because stress is terrible for the immune functions of the body. Right palm down, left hand on the thigh, start to twist it around. So we know that circulation, which is the main focus of this practice, is one of the pivotal things we can do to support immune functionality. But decreasing stress is another one of those. Reach the left arm up. And the ladder flow is really ideal for that because it is a mixture of repetition, sweep the left arm overhead, lean back, and then just enough novelty and newness to keep the brain engaged. So the repetition is soothing to the nervous system, very calming, stress reducing. Left hand down, step back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. But that addition of the new pose, every rung of the ladder, is just enough novelty to keep the brain excited and engaged. So the ladder sequence, the ladder series, is a way to really manage stress through the way we format our practice. Look forward, shift forward to plank, lower chaturanga, roll over the feet, upward facing dog. Now this is our vinyasa pattern today. Drop the left knee, lift the left shin, and think of this like developing kapotasana, pigeon pose, connecting the head to the toes. One more breath. Roll over the right side of the body, left foot down, left knee up. Marichyasana, reach the left arm up, fold forward. Maybe this first time you're not ready for a bind, so fingertips are out, lengthen the spine, fold 3. 2, and 1. Either plank to down dog or take a bonus vinyasa here. Your choice depending on how your energy is and how your shoulders are doing. Second rung of the ladder, here we go. Right thumb to left thumb, right foot forward, lizard. Inhale here. Left palm down, right hand to thigh, twist it out. Maybe reach that arm up. Adding on Cleopatra, wiggle the right foot back, left heel down, right arm down. We'll take a flow here. Inhale, arc up and over. Exhale, left hip melts, right arm lowers. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Really step that right foot down to lift up and over. And down. 1 more time, you got this, up and over. Look down, step back, downward facing for 3. Keep those knees soft, hips lifted, 2. Look forward, left thumb to right thumb, left foot forward. Lizard pose, hips melt. Left hand to left thigh, twist it out. Reach it up. Full inhale here. And open it up, Cleopatra, left foot kind of wiggles back just a little bit, right heel down, move into that flow. Inhale up and over, exhale down. So opening up the side body space. Inhale up and over, and down. Push through that left foot, up and over, and down. Getting that circulation into the seam of the body, up and over. And we take our vinyasa pattern to plank, to down, to up, to chaturanga, upward facing. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Right knee down, right shin up, toe towards the head. Really pull it in. Roll over the left side of the body, right knee up, reach, Marichyasana. Maybe you're not ready for the bind still. Breathe. 2. Looking towards that left foot. 1. Either plank to down dog or vinyasa here, your choice. Down dog for 3. Feeling that heat building, appreciating the repetition, knowing what's coming, being inspired and curious about the new pose that's at the end of the ladder. Right thumb to left thumb, or left thumb to right thumb, sorry. Step that left foot forward. We're in our lizard. Left hand to thigh, twist it out. Left arm up. Wiggle to Cleopatra. Up and over. And then walk the hands to the right. Find Viparita Padottanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And fold forward. 5. Hi there. 4. Really working the pose. We're going to get to go upside down later, so appreciate this. 3. 2. Walking the hands forward. Come to the front of the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in between sides. Keeping those outer arms long. Keep those eyes open and alert. And then looking forward, right thumb to left thumb, step the right foot forward. Lizard pose. Right hand to thigh, twist it out. Reach that right arm up. Shifting into that Cleopatra, left heel down, right arm down. Inhale, arcing up and over. Look down, walk the hands to the left, the feet will follow you, Viparita. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, 5 breaths here. So every rung of the ladder feels a little new when you add on that next pose. And yet as we repeat it, it becomes familiar. There's a feeling of safety and security in the repetition. Lift the head, walk the hands to the front of the mat. Now we'll take our Vinyasa pattern. Shift forward to plank through Chaturanga. Upward facing. Left knee down, left shin lifts. Head towards the toes. Inhale. Roll over that right side of the body. Marichyasana, maybe take the bind. Wrapping left arm in front of left shin. Maybe connecting fingertips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. 3. And 2. And then lifting the head, either plank to down dog or taking the bonus vinyasa here. Remembering you're completely in control of the practice. Pausing here, 3 breaths. We've got 1 more rung of the ladder. You've got this. Right thumb to left thumb, right foot forward. This is the lizard pose. Right hand to thigh, twist it out. Reach that right arm up. Wiggle the foot back, drop into your Cleopatra, finding the side body. Arc up and over, create that rainbow shape. Look down, walk the feet around. Viparita Padottanasana, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift up. Pigeon pose, walk the feet to the front of the mat, right foot to the left side of the mat, melt it down. Staying here in Kapotasana or adding in what we've been working on in our Vinyasa pattern by lifting the back shin, finding the foot. Now you could stay right here. You could work with mermaid, sliding the foot into the crook of the elbow, reach the right arm up, and clasp the fingertips. And then releasing that bind. Double pigeon pose. Sweep the left leg around. Agni Stambhasana. Left ankle over right knee. Left knee over right ankle. Circle sweep the arms out and up. And either hands in front of you or forearms in front of you. 3 breaths. So we often prioritize or overemphasize the standing postures in modern Vinyasa yoga. And so allowing these seated postures to have just as much time and importance as the standing ones. Walking the hands up and in, sliding left knee over right, Gomukhasana. We will take full Gomukhasana here. So arms out, left arm up, Internally rotate the right arm, sweep it down, walk the hands until maybe the fingertips find each other, and then fold forward. Being gentle with the shoulders here. Keep lifting that left elbow, opening up the back of the tricep. That's going to come in handy later, trust me. And then releasing the bind of the fingertips. Plant the palms. Step right foot back, left foot back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Take 3 breaths between sides. Every time we go upside down, this is really beautiful stimulation of circulation. So there's a very intentional focus in this flow to kind of get the hips a little bit higher than the heart. Look forward, left thumb to right thumb. Step the left foot forward, lizard pose. Moving through that repetition that's calming and settling to the nervous system, left arm up. Drop open to that Cleopatra, right heel down, left arm down. Take 1 arc up and over, find that space in the side body. Look down, walk the hands to the right, Prasarita, inhale fully. Exhale, fold in. Lifting up, we'll move into Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Left foot to the right side of the mat. Lower the shin, find that proud pigeon. Staying right here, or if you'd like to add on, lift that back shin. Maybe finding the foot, this could be where you stay. If you'd like to work with mermaid, slide the foot into the crook of the elbow, left arm up, interlace the fingertips. Try to pull the right hip forward, left side of the ribs back. Keep that breath full. And then releasing, sweep the right leg around, Agni Stambhasana, right ankle over left knee over left ankle. Inhale and fold. So knowing that not all parts of the practice have to be way up here, that there are moments in the practice that are more down here, so the practice goes up and it comes down. There are moments of rest in the practice. That is intentional. And then walking the hands up and in, Gomukhasana, sliding that right knee over the left. We will take the full arms, so arms out wide, right arm up, internally rotate the left arm, sweep it down, and then walk the hands towards each other. They may not meet. That is a-okay, okay? You could grab a towel or even just let the hands rest on the back and then fold forward. Trying not to round the spine, but keeping it nice and long as much as possible. And then slowly coming up, releasing the bind. Left foot back, right foot back. Last time through this Vinyasa pattern, Chaturanga. Upward facing, drop the right knee, lift the right shin, head to toes. Roll over, Marichyasana A, inhale. Reach forward, really try to get that shoulder in front of the knee and bind. Feeling that heart pumping, knowing that you really are stimulating circulation. And then releasing the bind, either plank to down dog, or you guessed it, Vinyasa. Soft knees, lengthen the outer arms. And then lower the knees to the mat, come to all fours. And we're going to shift the awareness to the forearms as we prep for some playful upside down work. So from this all fours position, spin the eye of the elbows towards the thumbs, and then simultaneously melt both forearms down to the mat and push them up. We'll do that 4 more times. Eye of the elbow to thumbs, melt down, push up. 3 more. Melt down and up. Melt down and up. Fingers spread wide. Last time. Down and up. Lower the forearms down. Listen carefully. So make sure you're near the front of your mat space. So I'm actually going to slither forward just a little bit. My right forearm and right palm are not going to move, but I'm going to slide my left palm back in line with my right elbow. I'm going to look slightly forward, broaden my collarbones, and then elongate my left leg back, my right leg back, and I'm in this funky plank for 5. Notice how much you're leaning a little bit to the right. Can you let the left arm do a little bit more work? Hug the elbow in. 2. 1. And then lower the knees. Listen carefully. Drop your head to the floor. It's in the middle of your right forearm. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips and walk your feet to your face. You're in a funky dolphin headstand hybrid. Breathe 3. Feel this foundation. Left palm down, right forearm down, head on the mat, 3 points of contact. And then walk the feet away from you. Drop the knees, lift the head, and sit back hips to heels and take a few rolls of the shoulders. Okay, so as you're rolling your shoulders, this is how the setup should look. Forearm, palm in line with the elbow, and then the head is lined up with about the middle of the forearm. Okay, we're going to do the second side, starting with those forearm presses. So establish yourself in all fours. You're near the front of your mat space. Eye of the elbow towards the thumbs. Melt down. Press up. That's 1. We're going to do 5. Melt down. Press up. Establishing that muscle memory. Down and up. 2 more. And up. And down and hold. Left forearm and palm do not move. Slide the right palm back so it's in line with the left elbow. Broaden the collarbones. Get them nice and smiley. Look forward, soften your face, right foot back, left foot back. Here we go for 5. Now, if that right elbow is winged out, tuck it in. 4. Let that right arm help you. 3. Hello, core. 2. And as you exhale, drop the knees, tuck your chin. Head comes in line with the middle of the left forearm. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and walk your feet towards your face, trying to stack your hips over your shoulders. 3 breaths here. Getting comfortable with this foundation. 1 more inhale. And then feet away from you, knees down. Sit back to hero's pose. A few rolls of the shoulders, maybe shaking out the wrists. Okay, a few options coming up here. So if that was enough for you, I would encourage you to repeat the base here with the head down, but with the feet still on the mat. If you're wanting to get a little playful, we're going to work with a headstand variation with one of the knees on the back of the triceps and the other leg up. You could move your mat to the wall, so you could hit pause, transition to the wall, or if you're feeling really safe and secure, you can stay with me right here in the middle of the room. Okay? Remember, this is about stimulating circulation to support the immune functions of the body. So anytime the hips are higher than the heart, you are meeting the goal of this practice. Okay? So get where you want to be, and we're going to go upside down. So let's start on all fours. Rotate the eye of the elbow to the thumbs. Melt those forearms down. Right forearm and palm do not move. Slide the left palm back in line with the right elbow. Tuck that left elbow in. Tuck the chin, head down. Tuck the toes. Lift the pelvis. Walk the feet to the face. Now here we go. Left knee to tricep. Pike on up. You got this. Woo! Look at that. Breathe. 3, 2. Remembering transitions are part of the pose. Pike that right leg down with control. We're going to take a brief child's. Walk the feet away. Lower the knees. Shift back and rest. You did it. That was amazing. We got one more side to go. You can feel the heart pumping. You can feel the blood moving. That is a sign that you are rocking this practice. Let's do that other side. Lift up. Come to all fours. Rotate the eye of the elbow towards the thumbs. Melt those forearms down simultaneously. Okay? Left forearm and palm not going to move. Right palm slides back in line with the elbow. Tuck the chin. Head down in line with the middle of the left forearm. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Walk the feet towards the face. Hips over shoulders. And then right knee to right tricep. And pike it on up. 3, 2. Slowly and with control, coming down. That's still part of the practice. And child's pose. Magnificent, my friend. Maybe opening the mouth, letting the breath out. And walking the hands up and in. To kind of finalize this practice about stimulating circulation, let's move to the mat. And let's move our mat to the wall. So flip it on around. And then we're going to do legs up the wall, Viparita Kirani. One of the most powerful poses in the entire yoga canon. I sit to one side, drop my right shoulder down, and there I land. Hips up against the wall, legs up against the wall. You could always place a blanket or a block underneath the pelvis to get a little bit more elevation if you like that. But really letting the body come down from that pretty intense physical practice. And while our yoga practice is not a panacea, it is not a fix for all sorts of illnesses, it is undoubtedly and scientifically proven in many different respects to support our immune functions. So when we decrease our stress, when we take time for relaxation, when we stimulate circulation in the body, it's like sending a love letter to our immune system. Giving you about 30 more seconds in this restorative legs up the wall. And then beginning to bend the knees. And just rolling onto your favorite side, maybe resting there, making a pillow with that bottom arm for a couple breaths. And then we'll come up to seated to close this practice. And we're going to close by actually sitting right up against the wall. And I'm even going to let my spine and the back of my head rest up against the surface of the wall. So I'm not only supported underneath me, but behind me as well. And we're going to do 4 rounds of square breath or box breathing, which means we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold out for 4. And we'll do that for 4 rounds. All you have to do is follow along. I will be doing all the counting. So settling in, let's take a full inhalation to prepare and a complete exhalation. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3. Last round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the palms of the hands together to seal this practice. Thank you so much for joining me for this challenging, fun circulation stimulation practice. May it be of service to you. Jai Shri Sakuru Maharaj Ki.